What is the difference between a referee and a coach? A referee tells you you're out of bounds. You broke the rules. But a coach, they tell you broke the rules and they help you figure out how to do better the next time. All of my sons played soccer this year. And boy, when they were younger, it was really hilarious to watch them trying to kind of figure out how to play this crazy game. You know, they barely have control over their arms and legs. They're tumbling over each other. Their whole life they've been told, share, be nice. And now they have parents yelling, go get the ball, take it from him. Don't touch it with your hands. And then the referee blows the whistle. Tweet, it's out of bounds. Pick it up with your hands. Throw it in. Chunk. Nope, not that way. Throw it over your head. Chunk. Now go get it, but not with your hands this time. Oh, goalie, pick it up with your hands. It's real. I mean, the kids are just like, what are we doing? We're running around. It's confusing, and the referees have this tricky job where they're not allowed to help. Although, to be honest, at that really young age, the referees are great. They usually do help a little bit. They say, hey, here's how to do this. Here's what not to do. I thought about this idea of referees versus coaches when I was reading in John chapter 1, verse 16 and 17. Let me read you these verses. Verse 16 says, for from his fullness we have all received grace upon grace. For the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. So do this thing. The law came through Moses, grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. And I thought this is a little bit like referees versus coaches. What did Moses do? Moses said, you're wrong. And you need to know that. Murder is wrong. Stop killing people. Worshiping the not true living God is wrong. Stop doing that. Loving yourself and your things so much that you are jealous of others and you steal their stuff. Like, that's wrong. Stop it. But here's the problem with the law. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help you do better. So we read in John chapter 1, verse 16, for from his fullness we have all received grace upon grace. What is Jesus full of? He's full of grace, generous, helping you do what is right. You know, I have a lot of children, and they will tell you, Dad runs out. What is Dad full of? Is he full of grace? Is he full of patience? Is he full of helpfulness? Look, after the 15th time of helping you tie your shoes, I got 2 words for you. Velcro. We need another solution. Daddy is not full of grace, though by God's generous working in me, I'm hoping to grow in that. But that's what Jesus came. He was full of grace. So I thought referees that tell you important information about where you're wrong, but they don't help you. A good coach helps you. I thought of taking a test. Have you ever been in a test where you had the moderator, and the moderator was just supposed to hand you the papers and start the timers and walk around and make sure there were no cheaters? And suddenly you're reading this and you're like, ooh, I have a question about this. And you raise your hand, you're like, I have a question. And they're like, I can't help. I'm not allowed to. What? I've been sitting in class where I can ask questions and the teacher helps. I mean, a good teacher helps, right? So the law is needed to show you where you're out of bounds, but grace helps you do what is right, understand what is right, love what is right. And so this is the difference between what men can provide versus what God provided through Jesus Christ.